Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can everyone hear me? YouTube is delaying a bit for some reason. Alright, I can hear myself, so let's begin. Just some quick setup here and there. That should do the trick. Greetings everyone, my name is N Treble, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This will be the 31st live session where I'll cover a combination of mainly VRSmith levels and levels that I found online. Mostly the former, as I have 10 levels from last week that I wasn't able to cover, so I'll do them now, and then I'll cover all the levels that are submitted afterwards. This will be an extended stream, going over 3 hours instead of the usual 2-ish. So let's get started right now, with this stage, assuming the server doesn't keep erroring out every time. First up is Storming the Glaciers Normal by Lipatio, with 27 plays and a score of 6. Welcome to the stream, Zachary, Gokuless, YouTube, Eduardo, Dibooman, Leonardo, TheDoleWhipRide, YouTube Social HD, Vincent, Heavy Elite, CMB Fox, and anyone else I missed on this list, as well as any lurkers. And just before I begin, time to post some links. My current level queue is filled up, so it'll take a while for me to get to your levels. But feel free to submit your level IDs in the live chat so I can eventually cover them. Make sure I haven't already covered them by checking out this link though. And feel free to join my Discord server if you haven't joined already. Yep, you submitted last week, Lipatio, so it gets covered first. Let's go to your Dibooman. Also, feel free to submit levels that you didn't create yourself, but you enjoyed by other authors. But please submit no more than 2 levels at a time. There are a lot of levels I'm gonna cover from different authors, and I give them each a time to shine. I know there'll be one rather long level I have to cover on this stream, so be prepared for that. It's gonna be over 140 screens long. And I've been pushing it off for too long, too. Sounds good to me. Whoa. Alright. I don't think I can complete this section normally now, without the toss spin. Let's try this again. That's not really a lot of fan fiends, all things considered. Thank you, burningsticks. I'll add your level after I complete this one. One moment. Sorry about the interruption there. Thanks, Zachary, I added it. I'll add burningsticks level after I complete this stage. That's alright, Vincent. I myself can't attend all streams, so it's fine. That's why I have a morning stream and evening stream. For these kinds of situations. As I said, this isn't that many fan fiends for all things considered. Some levels have so many more fan fiends. During the last stream, I covered 10 levels, but one of them was a Metroidvania level that was over 160 screens long, and I kinda screwed up the order of the weapons. At least I didn't get softlocked anywhere. Nod my head against the ceiling, I knew that was gonna happen once. I was hoping to clip up there, but yes, that isn't the case. Fan fiends, I need to initiate the jump just before the edge. True heavy elite. Well, this stage has a lot more Yafus though. And frankly, the Yafus are more dangerous than the fan fiends. Good thing I don't have to do this as Mega Man or Proto Man. Then I wouldn't have a safety net. I think I missed the checkpoint. I flew off. Yeah, I did. No biggie. But a lot more dashing to boot. It keeps getting exhausted because I end up initiating it just off the edge. That's more my problem though. My fault, I mean. See what I mean? It's also because there's the one fan fiend at the end which shifts direction. Or swaps direction. See that one? Once you get past there, it's fine. Welcome to the stream, Kroby. I'll do a level in Burning Sticks after this stage. I already have at least 14 levels in the queue, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to cover it today. I mean during this stream, not today. The package certainly does. They've gone a lot better over time. The earlier stages were a lot less balanced, I'd say. Quick save there. Rise spikes a bit. I wish this game had even faster restarts, similar to Super Meat Boy, which by the way is on my to-playlist for the Let's Plays, but that's gonna have so many deaths, I'm sure of it. Oh no, one of these sections where you have to hold A when underwater. This is gonna go rather poorly. Because in this engine, it's very precise when you're inside and outside the water, as far as the oil slider is considered. This may take another 5 minutes to do. And I am forced to hold A, it seems. I hate these kinds of challenges. If only the hitboxes were a bit more generous there. Yeah, but holding the jump button in this engine... Well, the problem is, trying to do oil slider when underwater and holding A, you have to be entirely underwater, otherwise it'll count as double jumping off the oil slider, which I don't want. See? So hold a jump button at all times, I guess? Maybe that'll work better. Yeah, it does work better. Good. Wish someone taught me... Wish a level taught me that earlier. Ah, made it. And right past the checkpoint too. Which the checkpoint was up there instead. This time, don't hold A over there, otherwise you will die. I do want that, so let's go for it. Knowing my leg is the boss's weakness. Now imagine if I clip right through the wall for some reason, which has happened several times throughout this level. Well, this is the end then. Hardest part was at the end, and this had a gradual difficulty curve, I guess. I see. One more. Now I can actually reach him. Please come down, Iceman. Thank you. Pretty easy for the most part, outside of the last part. Well, not easy, but normal difficulty. Alright, time to add everyone's levels in. And yeah, I saw your level Eduardo before. It's been added, don't worry. Eduardo, burning sticks. Good work with your fan game, Leonardo. Kroby. Again, the Yafus are worse than the fan fiends. Oh yeah, can't forget you, Zachary, between burning sticks and Kroby. This... Let me say up right now, I'm not sure if we'll be able to complete all the levels that are submitted right now. But we'll see. 1 down, 19 left to go. Second up is Robot Rebellion Base Stage 2 Under the Fortress by Kornor, with 10 plays and a score of 3. So now we're entering a ship with all the cargo. We can see the cranes in the background. Same special weapons as before. Well, he's made 2 levels, so we'll see. Should've just used this instead. Drill Bomb is one of my favorite weapons in Mega Man Maker. So powerful and so cheap to use. Same with the Flash Bomb for that matter. Trying to push me into the force beams. Gotcha, Daibuman. And for all those watching, I'll have an extra stream during Sunday evening, where I cover many of the levels from the Mega Man Fusion collab, of which Daibuman was a collaborator. That's gonna be a fun stream. Think of that as being a quote-unquote fan game or level pack made in Mega Man Maker. Oh, I love the superhero. Too bad it was underutilized in Mega Man 5, outside of Stone Man stage and the Wily Machine. Now that you think about it, you're right, Daibuman. But with a new coat of paint and the different enemies and slightly different challenges, it feels like a different stage, even though the map pattern is the same. Which goes to show that a stage is more than just its map pattern. And it's also its graphics, enemy placement, and challenges. This is the exact same challenge as before, by the way, but with the inclusion of an E-Tank now. Which I will get now because I have a checkpoint. This is where it originally faced off against Topman in this boss quarter, but now the stage extends further. Yeah, this is... I guess this is a variant from Topman's boss corridor. Well, this is very different. Does make sense by their stand-ins. Though we have almost all the Mega Man 1 weapons in the engine, so why not use those? Then again, these are more powerful versions anyways. At least we still maintain the Thunder Beam. Iceman, got it. Are we gonna have recreations of several different Roadmaster levels now? Yeah, this is definitely Iceman. This time with actual water physics. And better graphics. Whoa, that was a tight one. You know what, let's just skip it. Could be worse, these could be green footholders. No thank you, I'm not risking my life there. Yes, also NES limitations and optimization problems. There were several spots where Mega Man 1 lagged quite a bit. Yep, green footholders. They're more dangerous than the original ones, or the orange ones, as they actually fire back. Boss time. It's only 2-stage recreations. Okay, the decent stage. At first I didn't recognize those Topman stage patterns, so they did a nice job disguising it. I know, they were a pest. They were very different from the orange footholders in the sense that they fired back. And the other problem is that they didn't follow a consistent pattern. In this engine and many other fan games, the green footholders fire a consistent pattern of where they move and when they fire. But in the original, oh no. Third up is DNN-029 Winter Woman by Jidok74 with 12 plays and a score of 0. Or was it 2? Didn't I send it to you in chat? Should appear. Yeah, you have to click the link. This stage is going to be 60 to 70 screens long. Hopefully in version 1.6 or beyond. In this stage introduction, it'll show the number of zones in the level. It may not be accurate for all sorts of stages, but it'll be accurate for most stages, as most stages are not Metroidvanias or require much backtracking. Even Mecha's website does that. Iced over platforms with spikes below. Better than bottom's pits though. At least I can get knocked into the spikes and not die. Welcome to the stream, Jaden. Glad you can make it. Latter games fixed that heavy elite, like this engine. That was the biggest problems with the green footholders. Combined with Mega Man 1's physics, especially when taking a hit and dropping. Are we talking about the green footholders, Cybuman? I don't mind them in this engine. I minded them a lot more in Mega Man 1, combined with all the other issues that game had. Welcome to the stream, Mondream. Glad you could make it. And welcome to the stream, Zen. And Rajolt and Jadok. Yeah, I did, Kroby. Check the list. I'll add your level Lipatio once I'm done with this stage. Sure. It's listed in 18th place. I just didn't fill in the name because you only provide the ID. There's a checkpoint. Probably should put a checkpoint in between like you mentioned. Nah, he's not too big. He's not even that big compared to some of them, for example the Genesis unit. No boss is too big for Mega Man Maker. The onus is up on the level designers to make situations where he works better. And doesn't glitch through the platforms, I guess. Thank you for the checkpoint. Do I have Skull Barrier? Nope. Shortcut. Speedrunner strats. Yeah, you're right, Heavy Elite. He's the biggest Road Master. The other robots aren't actually considered robot masters, they're separate. Is he the biggest? I thought he was... He's definitely on the bigger side, but I thought he's second biggest, or third biggest. I'll take your word for it. He's certainly one of the bigger masters I remember. Mavericks do have more size variation compared to Robot Masters, for sure. I guess playing as Mega Man grants the best rewards then. Wow, spawned too high. I thought it would be lower. I thought by that point he was corrupted or something, even though he's a nightmare investigator. Was. Seriously, the life pickup killed me there. And my incompetence, of course. Can't rule that out either. Don't know, Mondream. So many people asked this question during the stream, but we don't have any solid answers. Probably next month. Or the month after that. Hopefully next month. They really should hire more devs. Maybe not hire, but request that they help. That's true with most Mega Man fan games too, burningsticks. And they're not necessarily longer than all Mega Man classic levels. See the levels from Mega Man 8, Mega Man 8 and Mega Man 11 for example. One of the reasons why the levels in the Mega Man Classic games for the NES were shorter than here was due to technical limitations. And to save money, of course. Be right back in a moment. Next stage is going to be a bit longer. Board up is Mega Man 5 Megamix Part 1 by MrDocRobot, aka DADA0604, with 24 plays and a score of 2. This is going to be a longer level. After all, it does Megamix all 8 stages from Mega Man 5. It's not as long as the previous 4 Megamix stages, especially the latter 2, because they included all the Board of the Fortress stages. And I agree, Data, but I want to see it taken the other direction too. Taking some of the content from Mega Man 1 through 6 and 9 through 10 and remaking it to be in a 16-bit format or 32-bit. So let's see, according to Mecha's website, this level has 8 bosses of course, 172 enemies, 341 spikes, 8 checkpoints, 143 screens, and 8 refillers. All of these Megamix stages are about half the length of the original stages, so it shouldn't be as long. Yeah, long loading times. These would probably be reduced if this game had dynamic loading. Instead of loading the entire stage in at once, it also reduced the amount of lag in the stage itself, but trying to add dynamic loading with Game Maker Studio, oof, that may be a problem. Perhaps that'll be possible with Mega Man X++ and Sonic Studio, and Mario Unimaker, and Adventure Maker, and other games of the like. Alright, I'm adding a level, Jedok. I doubt I'll be able to cover it during this stream, but we'll see. I'll have to rearrange a few things, though. If only I could preload levels. There we go. Let's see how laggy the stage is. Let's go through the stage's base to speed up the process a bit. So here's all 8 Roadmasters, and in order to end the stage, we need to get to over here. That'll lead to Darkman's Fortress, but that's in part 2 probably. So first let's go through Dive Man's Megamix stage. All these are shorter remixes of the original level, of their original counterparts in Mega Man 5. Not Dive Man, sorry, Wave Man. Yeah, you're right, Daibuman, I got it. I had Mega Man 4 up in my mind, and so I accidentally substituted the 2 water-based Roadmasters together to replace the bubble section. For this situation, I wish we had a music swapper, so we could hear the musical tracks of all 8 Roadmasters, the stage select team, and the Fortress team later. Perhaps in 1.6. You can only get that as... well, actually you can get it as all characters because we started with a treble boost. To replicate a mini-boss battle. We don't have the wave bike section, but this could have been replicated by using the oil slider. At least the boss teams can be different. Oh wait. Well, this is even easier than Wave Man was. Probably the way the oil slider works, but without turning. That's how I would do it. 1 down, 7 left to go. They should all maintain their original weaknesses too. Although I will not be following weakness order for obvious reasons. Next up, Charge Man. I'm certainly not going to use Charge Kick against Bubble Man. Well, I could because he's stationary, so I guess it works. I don't know, YouTube. Was that actually announced? Oh, gut feeling. I'm more pessimistic on what's going to be added in 1.6, unless I see an explicit announcement. Oh, it was? Where was it hinted at? A which Twitter response? Or was it during a Discord conversation? At the very least, that brings up my hopes. I've been wanting that for quite a while. I see, Dole. That's a clever way of putting it in. Of course, it's the other order, so this won't work. Now this is where regular Omega would be better. Next up is Stone Man. Kinda the most boring stage in Mega Man 5, but I liked his theme music, as well as graphics. Everything else kinda felt meh, didn't really have a distinctive theme. See, I like Stone Man's graphics and musical track, one of my favorite ones in Mega Man 5, but his stage, it really needed a more unique gimmick to give more oomph. Let me guess, I should have gone here after Napalm Man. Another place where I wish I had the charge shot instead. Indeed, Daibuman. I guess it was placed there to give a better reason why you want the Napalm Bomb by this point. 21 viewers, that's great! Thank you everyone for who's watching this stream. I never imagined this stream to get this popular by this point. I wish someone took the graphics from Stone Man's stage and the music and made a better level with it. Give it an actual distinctive gimmick, like the dropping rocks. Why haven't you used the top over there? I wish I had a weapon capsule respawner for this. Just imagine if the bosses also took half the damage from the base buster, like the regular enemies do, then this would be more of a pain. Well, there's actually a weapon capsule respawner, my bad. It's up here all this time. There is a secret to the left, well not secret, but something optional there, which I will get. Starman. Because we don't really have space physics currently present in the engine, directly at least, we can use the water as a replacement. Welcome to the stream, the game idea guy. Glad you can make it. I enjoyed your level Megatroid Cutman, though in retrospect it took over an hour to complete. I probably should have done it off stream. This is the closest replacement, Dole, so I don't blame anyone for using it. Really? Okay, for a moment there I thought I was gonna go right into the spikes. What do you mean, YouTube? At the very least, they can add space physics anywhere. It's basically the same as water graphics, but without the water graphics. In classic Mega Man, water physics and gravity and space physics are the same. So in this game it would just be a graphical shift. At least that's what I think. Just remove the bubbles coming out of Base's mouth, that's all. Of course, that means you can add a whole bunch of trolley maneuvers as well. Welcome to stream, Philip Weeks. I don't recognize you, so I suppose you're a new viewer. Glad you can make it. Now this weakness is even better. And by defeating him I get the Super Arrow and Star Crash. That'd be nice. Did I miss a key somewhere? I hope not. True that. Next up is Gyro Man. I wonder how they'll replicate the elevator. This was barely an elevator, it was just one screen. Key number 3. For a moment there I thought this was a pit. I thought we can't bypass past mini-bosses if there's a door there. I guess it was made before version 1.5. Megavania or Megatroid. Megatroid more directly references Metroid. Perhaps Megatroidvania? This is fairly effective too. I guess this is a secondary weakness. But you know me. And you know me in my history with Tornado Man. Unfortunately, if you die at the end of the level like that, then you're sent back to the beginning because these are all mini-stages. I'll go back there after I get his weakness, just to speed up the process. Here's Napalm Man. There are much longer game names than that. That's why I said Megatroidvania works. For my next channel's anniversary, I'm thinking of Let's Playing on a live stream the first ever game I covered on this channel. Yes, Rojolt, especially with all the improvements. Frankly, I believe he should also do a video on... What is that other Mario-like game where... I'm having a brain fart right now. That Mario Maker fan game that's made in X and A, C#. Sure, Philip, please submit your level first. No, I know there's Mario Multiverse, and then there's another one. The one that came before it. It was made by the same creator as Terraria. Super Mario Bros. X, that's the one. I wish he did a video on that first, as that's more relevant to his channel's focus. Especially also because it has access to Lua and a lot of different objects. Mario Multiverse and another game came after that. I mean, Magal X 1 and 2 were created using Super Mario Bros. X. Same with Treat that's coming out eventually. And yes, I'm also looking forward to Mega Man X++. That's looking to be a pretty amazing experience. You have a game maker setup, but also custom object coding. Thank you, Gravity Beetle. I'll check it out in the future. Probably during the next stream, all things considered. How big was that fan game, Heavy Elite? I know there's Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. Is that what you're referring to, Heavy Elite? Mushroom Kingdom Fusion? As a response to YouTube, probably next year. Sheesh, with only 1 HP to spare. You really don't get that much time in that room. Red version of the Crystal Droppers. I will eventually do a live Let's Play of that. Specifically the latest version made by that one dev. That'll be really fun. and painful in a few spots. I know there's Adventure Maker coming out, but I agree with you. Nah, I'm not doing another one. Instead, I'll be doing Mega Man Fusion. Definitely. The advent of wall jumping opens up levels in many different ways. What was his weakness? Okay, it was this. I'm not gonna survive though. Mainly because of all the bouncing. I always have a hard time trying to predict where everything is gonna be. Frankly, I feel that playing as Base was a bad idea. I think Mega Man or Proto Man would be a much superior option. Yeah, I'll have a separate livestream dedicated for that Sunday evening, where I'll only cover Mega Man Fusion. The Gyro Fusion is an actual weakness that I remember, but Power Stone works pretty well too. Playing as Base, not a good idea, because the enemies in Mega Man 5 are really built around you having the full charge shot and dying in 3 hits. Not so much 6 hits. Sure, Philip, I'll add your level to my queue after this is done. Seems like the weaknesses got shuffled a bit, because it seems somewhat effective. I'll add it to the queue right after this level. I'll inform you when it's done. See, let me demonstrate. Okay, he only takes 2 damage from Power Stone, but that's still fairly powerful. Only thing that's stronger is a Treble boost, but even then, that's kind of a trick, all things considered. It's really easy to get hit by everything here. Close one. First, Mega Man X9 probably. Did you see the latest trailer or teaser for Mega Man X Dive? There is a big hint as to one of the new characters coming out. Apparently, Mega Man Classic may be a playable character in Rockman X Dive. Which stage is this? Oh, Gravity Man, I see. I didn't recognize the color scheme, or the main gimmick. Well, gravity gimmicks aren't in this engine anytime in the future, so... I suppose DADA had to improvise. And those boxes are indicating the orientational level. Sure, I'm not really interested in participating in the beta though. I'm already busy with a lot of other games. That's probably a fake reveal trailer because I didn't see it announced anywhere else. Perhaps in another Mega Maker game. It'd probably require restructuring the code. They should at least have one fortress boss. They are an iconic part of Mega Man's history, so... Now let's go back to the stage that caused a few problems and finish it. Not this one. I'm referring to Gyromans. This was Crystal, so this should be Gyroman. Because Gravity Man is not part of the engine yet, Gravity Beetle. And I don't recall any other gravity-based Roadmasters in the series. I liked your previous stage, but I probably should dedicate a separate video for it. True, Heavy Elite. In terms of number of jumping, that should be all 8 Roadmasters downed, as well as all 4 keys. So what's behind here? Why aren't these weapons in the same order as a quick weapon swap? There's really no reason otherwise to do it. Make it a bit more convenient to the players. Why I have to dig through the menus like this? Reorganize the weapon doors, please. And last but not least, this. And that ends part 1. Actually, Kroby, this stage is 143 screens long. This was an okay, decent recreation, I'd say, or redux. But oh, this is not the last long level during this stream. There is gonna be one more. Yep, there is one more long level I'll have to cover during this stream. But before I do that, Alright, Philip, I added your level. As well as your level, Gravity Beetle. Fifth up is A51 Man by Rod2 with 20 plays and a score of 4. This level is not going to be that long, it's the one after this. Yep, Area 51 Man. And I'll do level a coin after I'm done with this stage. I'll be taking a short break afterwards because I'll need it for the next stage. Of course we got UFOs. What else would be there? Yellow devils. I mean petite devils. Every screen on a single level. I'm not sure if we will cover it during this stream, perhaps during tonight's stream. There are already 20 levels, at least 10 levels ahead of yours. Let's see, I can't... No, your level is actually after a lot of other levels, so... Your level is in 17th place. Whereas the next big level is actually in 6th place, so... You mean your first stage? Your first stage is in 14th place, by the way. So, probably next hour. Again, one of the other reasons why the stream is 3 hours long instead of the usual 2-ish. Here are the petite devils. Well, you're in 11th place, so... Or 7th place. In fact, your level is after the long level, so... Sure, I'll swap it then. Well, nah, I want to keep the order, for now at least. I ordered from 1 to... The lower levels are the ones I'll cover first, the upper ones are in the last. Like first play, first in, first out, essentially. Area 51 Man has been defeated. Not too shabby. Here we go, next big stage. Sixth up is Bass and Treble the Game Roadmasters by Cowleb with 44 plays and a score of 1. I think this is the final big level on the queue, but I'm not sure. This stage has 8 bosses, 148 enemies, 299 spikes, 25 checkpoints, 144 screens, and 1 refiller. As a response to Gravity Beetle, the reason why I didn't use Copy Vision is because this is Mega Man 8's Astro Man. And in Mega Man 8, Astro Man's special weapon was the Astro Crush. In Mega Man Base, his special weapon was the Copy Vision. We have 1 refiller, it looks like 1 refiller, and 144 screens. Yeah, Copy Vision is kind of weak outside of certain boss battles like Dynamo Man, where it's actually somewhat useful. Not really Heavy Elite, because this does not count stuff like Yoshiki's. Now imagine Mega Man Maker, if the Copy Vision is ever added, it copies your currently used special weapon. That would make it broken, and extremely good. To be fair, part of the reason why the Astro Crush was so powerful in Mega Man 8 is because enemies didn't have damage tables for some reason, only bosses did. So it was just raw damage subtracted from the enemies. And of course it was a screen clearing weapon. Almost all of them tend to be good. Oh, by the way, Gokuless, I tried searching a level ID this on the Mega Man Maker Mega's website, but I couldn't find a level with this ID. Could you double check and see if you submitted the correct level ID or there's something else an issue? I already did Heavy Elite. The Mega Man 5 Buster, the reason why it was so powerful was due to his charge shot. The reason why Mega Man 8's charge shot was useful was due to all the upgrades you could apply to it. Could you double check the level ID you have submitted, Gokuless? I'm looking online but I can't find anything. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. There we go. Took at least 4 or 5 minutes. Let's see how laggy the stage is. Not too bad. So different choices of RMs. Please pick which RM to go through next. I'll first start out with the Magma Bazooka level. Filled with... okay, I'm gonna say lava, but looks more like blood water to me. Also, the timer up there is lying. It's going slower than 1 second, so please count based off the stream time. Use your own clocks. The game's lagging. Wave next, okay. Even if I download the stage, it's gonna take the same amount of time to load up, Eduardo. The loading time is more of a function of Mega Man Maker taking time to instantiate all the objects and whatnot. Not so much downloading the stage, because downloading the stage itself is only about, at most, a few megabytes. That doesn't really take that long to download. It's another entire game made in Mega Man Maker, or level pack. Think of it as it's like the Megamix game. Oh no. I should have not dashed there. It screws up my movement because it makes me move too fast. The longest time level took to load up was actually was about 5-6 minutes. And that was before version 1.3 or 4, I believe. Yep, Philip. There are several of these full quote-unquote fan games made in Mega Man Maker, which are comprised of 1 or 2 stages. Well, actually, this individual stage wasn't that long. It felt about half the length of a traditional stage. The hardest part, though, is going to be the bosses, especially without charge shots. See, we get almost full refills. See, this stage only has 1 refiller, or 1 set of refillers, but it's in the main part of the stage. Someone said water waves, I'm going there. Please select my next Roadmaster go true. This looks like a water filtration plant. See the dirty yellow water? At last, the Buster replacement. Ice next then. Darn, I knew I could have made it, but then I realized there was a Yoku block spawning. Wish these ones had local timers instead of global, to prevent issues like this. No thanks. I don't know if they're implementing the double gear system for 1.6. What I think they're adding is charged versions for all the weapons. All the weapons from Mega Man 11. Oh yeah, you're right actually. Silly me. I keep forgetting you can do that. Thank you for the information, Gokuless. Apparently this stage actually has multiple routes. Actually, I think I'm going to the stage in reverse. Yeah, I went through it in reverse. This is not an alternate pathway. This is the path you take if you fall down over here. I played over 2,000 levels in this game, Philip. The experience adds up. And been playing this game for over a year and a half. And I've been enjoying it on and off. It certainly has inspired me to actually do live streaming in the first place, and play many other Mega Man fan games, and other games for that matter. And also helped propel me to get a lot of other titles for free. This is not his weakness, but... Triple hit bug. And dying. I know I can do it, especially as there's a full refill. Yeah, this is not going well. I should just do it normally. One of the stages where I think Mega Man would be better. He also takes double damage from the base buster, so... guess it makes up for it. The issue is that the lower amount of water means that he fires his weaponry a lot more often. That's why I keep getting hit by everything. Yeah, I don't really like this boss setup. It needs to have higher water. Or Mega Man. Either will work. The issue here is because of the low amount of water, Bubble Man spams his attacks a lot more often. And without stuff like the charge shot, it makes it much more of a nuisance. There we go, after 4 attempts. This was harder than it should have been. Now that I have water, that probably puts out fire, so... I guess the water shorts out the electricity, so let's go there. Is that a shortcut? Let's take a look. Hi, Sparkman. Didn't mean to see you over here. So that's the shortcut if you have the proper special weapon, but I want to show off the stage properly, so I'll go through this route normally. Yeah, I made a mistake there. I forgot about... I wanted to follow weakness order, but... I'll go to ice right after this one. Don't underestimate these. I think they're 2 fans stacked on top of each other. They shouldn't otherwise be this strong. And you need to get the order just right, otherwise you're dead. I'm just circumventing this for this time. See you later then. I'll be able to cover one of your levels during this stream though. That's why I really don't like how the fans are set up here. They're just too strong. It, for some reason, feels like multiple are stacked up. I can't use it because the fans push me down. And the treble boost does not counteract that. See you later, Heavy Elite. Seriously, I was trying to... Yeah, that's why I don't like the downwards facing fans in these types of situations. They feel inconsistently strong. Okay, let me show you what happens. Well, I can't reach there. If I fly upwards here... Okay, it worked there somewhat, but usually what happens is that before I can make it to the ladder, I get pushed down into the spikes. That's what happens most time in this engine, so I glitched it out a bit. Now I can't escape through the ceiling, it's blocked off there. What I just pulled off is not usually what happens, so I guess I created a glitch. Thank you for the full refill of everything, though. I should have taken the left side on the spikes. That's probably much easier. Let's hope I'm not going backwards again. And where I loop back to the beginning, where I faced off against Sparkman, but now I don't need to worry about him because he's down already. Thank you for granting the shortcut. Onto the ice level, halfway through the game. I only need to worry about Roadmasters here, no need to worry about Fortress levels. Who should I go through next? After this is Metal and Mega Ball, and 2 other stages which I haven't seen yet. Iceman's weakness is probably the fire weapon. Yep. As no one else selected an option, I'll probably just... Let's see what's to the right first, then I'll just flip a coin. Oh, only 6 RMs. I thought there would be 8. So let's see. Heads Mega Ball, tails Metal Blade. Mega Ball time. Triforce Man then? More than that, Kroby. You can use it to jump infinitely if you're good enough. Not just double jumping, but triple, quadruple, quintuple, as long as you have enough energy left over, and you initiate the jump at the right time. But the level of precision required is fairly high, especially following the first jump. Welcome to the stream, Galaxy Man. Glad you can make it. I'm currently going through the 6th level on stream. A rather big one, too. Yep, Kroby. Although if we're talking about Mega Man X, I think the Windstorm would work better. That was surprisingly easy, even by basis standards. I'll add your level once I'm done with this one. There are a lot of levels on queue today. Alright. Wily 1, me 0. Let me finish the stage and I'll add both of your stages, Galaxy Man. That wasn't even a screen transition that killed me there. I was standing on top of the block, which was destroyed by the punch block, and somehow collision detection failed to work. Wheelcar is gonna be awesome. Let's test our weaknesses. And miss completely. Not a weakness. Not a weakness either, so... Well, this is actually his weakness for some reason. Sure makes my life a lot easier. Good idea to put double checkpoints here so I need to repeatedly repeat the stage or reset. Last but not least, the Metal Gauntlet. Maybe the last one, who knows. Hi, Middleman. Easy. Let's get out of here. This kind of reminds me of a game I'll be covering tomorrow. Still not in order in quick weapon swap. Don't know why status don't do this. Fortress time. Or at least the entrance to the fortress. First we have the grape juice skies. So we do have a fortress boss, Concrete Man and Grenade Man. And thank you for subscribing yesterday. It's very appreciated. You know, this would actually be somewhat of a tough encounter if I didn't use their weakness. So let's see, according to the timer up there, I spent about 16 minutes on the stage. Real time though, I spent about 21 minutes on this stage. I say it was decent. Alright, both of your levels are out of Galaxy Man. I probably won't be able to cover them during this stream, but perhaps during tonight's stream. 7th up is a Basic Wily Fortress Level by Heavy Elite, with 14 plays and a score of 1. And don't worry, this stage will be much shorter. Welcome to Stream Buster, glad you can make it. Well, it is a Wily Fortress level, so we start with all special weapons and utilities we would have at this point. You know what that means. Time to spam. Not the needles cannon though, that sucks. Alright, CMB Fox, the problem with the needle cannon is that it deals half the amount of damage as a regular buster. And when it hits an enemy, it affixes to them, dealing damage over time. However, the problem with the damage over time effect is that once you swap over to another weapon, you lose the needles. So in terms of DPS, it's one of the lowest weapons in the entire game. Every weapon's better at dealing damage than it. And even in terms compared to the other utility weapons which have similar effects like the Ice Slasher, those actually persist even if you swap special weapons. Now if the needle affixing to enemies effect persisted even if you swap special weapons, then I consider this to be a decent or okay weapon. But as it stands right now, why would you use it? Outside of weakness orders, of course. Every other weapon's better. The needle cannon took a really big hit compared to its original incarnation. Thank you, game. You're being awfully generous for once. Much more generous than usual. Normally you drop nothing there. Yeah, I added your level Gravity Beetle, as well as Galaxy Man. I'll cover it during tonight's stream probably. There are just so many levels on the queue today. even though I started the stream 20 minutes early. True. One moment. Easy battle. Ironic how the hot dogs are very weak to the leaf shield. You'd think it would be the other way around, they're fire-based. Last Man recreation, the one I played several streams ago, I liked it. And more people should use drop shadows like Daibuman mentioned. Bad placement of that. The leaf shield is much more useful in this game. It hits more like a truck. Could use a background here. Time to face off against the boss and play against a weakness. Oh, it's only Sparkman, it's not as necessary. I say that, but there are all those other enemies here. Couldn't be that simple. I don't think he has a weakness then. It feels like two Wily Fortress levels glued to each other. Wily 1 and 2. And this feels like a bunker boss or something. This works the best, so I'll use this. And it's done. The one weapon before the noise crush? Could be. I had to be more careful with my aiming for that. It was an okay basic level, well decent. 8 Up is part 2 by Jadinus Call 11, with 8 plays and a score of -1. Sugar Addy Beetle adding it to the list for tonight. If. That's also assuming Mega Man creation actually gets finished. Most fan games in general never get finished. or even get past the implementation phase, or design and ideas phase, let alone the implementation. Firestorm level, that's neat. Should I jump down there? I'm not gonna chance it. There's probably a giant bottomless pit waiting me. Well, nowhere else to go. Leap of fate and... okay, solid ground. If it ever gets finished, I will let's play it on this channel. From Fireman Incoming Storm? Is that the one it's ripped off from? Yeah, it looks like... yep, directly from Fireman Oncoming Storm, or Incoming Storm. Although this boss battle's a lot more fair than that one. And the switches don't take as long to destroy. It is... well, mostly. What? Okay. Yes, remake because the upper part where we got the keys, that's been crunched up. Before it was much larger. I know that because I played Incoming Storm. He couldn't handle Mega Man defeating him, so he decided to defeat himself. Remaking is definitely not ripping off, but if it's an exact clone though, I'll call it more of a clone, but this is not an exact clone. It definitely takes inspiration and see, a better way of saying this is that the first part of the stage pays homage to Fireman Incoming Storm, because the rest of the stage is definitely different. Similar to how many games actually pay homage to SMB's 1-1. See, maybe not a remake, the first part of the stage is more of a homage. That's what I'll call it. I'll focus my energy on the left one. Assuming I can reach him. That's why. Hitting him with his weakness, though. Yeah, let's try this again. Rats, there was no direct checkpoint before them. Well, close enough. I'm okay with this. Seriously? I thought you were supposed to only do one swoop there. Again? Is he getting his swoop counter reset or something? Let's do this again. There we go. I don't know why I decided to swoop multiple times there. Thank you. Yep, these bosses are normally in the game, Philip. All the bosses are. This was better than part 1, which I played during the last stream. But still kind of a rompy stage. But, well, when I say rompy, it's still at least 1 or 2 points better. 9th up is Cop Robot Topman by Power of 2, aka TheDoleWhipRide, with 7 plays and a score of -2. Didn't he do another swoop even after he didn't even nab me there? Perhaps he's filling in for Fake Man. Proby, your level is currently in 17th place. I'll submit the level queue again for everyone else who joined the stream a bit later. It's been a while since I last submitted it. After this stage is Lipatio's next stage, then Heavy Elite's next level, then Gokulless's. Fine with me, DADA. And don't worry, all these stages are much shorter than the previous Juggernaut levels. I guess he's the final boss then. Wish I had sliding. I guess nacho cheese. He can't slide because he dashes. That's the trade-off. Of course, that doesn't mean he can't learn to do both. See Quinn in Quinn's Revenge 2. Rather monotonous battle. There's no variation in his Topman encounter. And it's not the end of the stage either, as expected. Oh, it is actually. This stage just existed, it was below par, didn't really do much with his gimmick, if any. Roku-chan can't slide though, she can only dash and dash jump. 10th up is Mega Man Base in the Blazing Mountains Normal by Lipatio, with 28 plays and a score of 12. See, in order for these levels to be distinct and somewhat good, they need to focus on some gimmick or thematic thing, or some sort of challenge to basically base your level around some team, enemy, challenge, or something. Otherwise it becomes rompy like what happened here and just existed. For instance, this stage is focused on fire gimmicks in a mountainous setting, and builds its challenge around this gimmick. Oops, well, I desynced the order. I'm gonna take a lot of hits now. Thank you for the refill. That really doesn't look like it should block the laser. The left one, that is. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I was mashing the jump button, but I guess I got clipped onto the side. Generous hitboxes for the win. Come on, Yoko Block. Thank you. That could have gone poorly. Quick character swapping, which actually swaps the jumping characteristics, or jumping limits. I guess he focuses more on distinct challenges, and doesn't want to distract players from what's in front of them. Oh, okay. I was worried for a second there. Well, should have done it the other way then. That way I can get more jump height. Well, should have tapped. No way to exploit this, sadly. Oh, I overshot it. Too high. Yeah, why not have Yashikis in the other games? They fulfill the role of filling up everything all at once, which is actually handy in a few levels. Yeah, only if you're lucky. Get used to hearing this sound. True. It seems that Lipatio focuses more on the level challenges themselves, and doesn't want to distract players from the challenges. As some of them do require some attention and precision. And trust me, I'll be playing a lot more of these precision platformers in the future. Wink wink, a game that starts with the letter C. Okay, let's take a moment to bask in the glory of what's happening. Alright, let's do this seriously now. I just like the ridiculousness of the situation. Not only did Base get stuck in the wall, but Flame Man too. 11th up is Space Elevator by Heavy Elite with 87 plays and a score of 27. We've had quite a few base levels in this episode, but no Topman levels. Also, one of the few times where I have infinite usage of the Jewel Satellite. I only recall playing 1 or 2 levels where I had access to it, so this is a change. Certainly makes this section a lot less annoying because... That's alright, Lipatio, it's funny. No comment. This time don't hold right, or don't try going through the holes in the center, because stuff like that can happen due to the ordering the collision detection. As in stand here. On today's episode is something else going wrong. Let's see what else happens this time. This time immediately hold up, so nothing else goes wrong. Now let's get back to the second elevator for once. I don't believe Heavily intended any of this to happen. True that, YouTube. Second, that was my fault. I didn't realize... Hang on a minute, I've never seen a jewel satellite do this, where 2 little jewels dissipate. I thought they all go out at once. This makes it work more like the junk shield in that way. Welcome back to the stream, Philip. You just missed some pretty funny deaths. Now that we're in the space base, what to next? Of course you'd be here, Flyboy. How long? Let me see. This seems to be just a freebie section, but I still gotta be careful. Your stage is 21st in the list, so... perhaps an hour? I'm not sure if I'll be able to cover it during this stream, but we'll see. I mean, I'll shuffle... Actually... I'll shuffle the levels around, but... because you're a new author here, so... perhaps 17? Because I realize I have 2 people who already submitted levels. So I'll do a quick reshuffling after this one. Surprisingly, Mega Man didn't die here. Wily. Who else would it have been? Definitely. At least all the glitches aren't really frustrating here, they're on the more hilarious side. I'll give it a thumbs up for the humor value and the fact that the rest of the stage felt a bit fun. Let me quickly reorder the levels because there are some repeats. Got it. 12th up is Mission Halt the Super Winter Project by Gokuless with 22 plays and a score of 5. Thanks. It seems strong enough to bounce back almost everything. Let's see, Gokuless. This level is 70 screens long. It has 4 bosses, 145 enemies, 201 spikes, 6 checkpoints, and 2 refillers. Nice aesthetics. I like the snowy background here with the cosmic snow. Secret behind the start. That's why. I'll take these, thank you very much, but I won't play as either Topman or Base. I want to play through the stage as regular old Mega Man. In terms of aesthetics, this state is definitely in the upper 10% of this stream. We'll see, Kroby. There's at least... I can check the timer. There's at least 50 minutes left in its stream. This is not the first level that used the pink skating rabbits that boom in. This is the 4th level in the stream. Or 3rd. Guess I have to backtrack. But there are all the levels in between, especially burningsticks level. I'm not sure how long that's gonna be. Some of the levels can take a while. Young Shield I feel is more fun as well, but Jewel Satellite is pretty much the strongest shield-based weapon in the Mega Man series. Mega Man Classic series, mainline, not fan games. It's just so durable. Out of all the levels I play in this episode, this level probably has the best aesthetics. At least I like it the most. The background and foreground tiles combos, and level design is great. Nail shield oops. I panicked a bit there and pressed the jump button. I thought I saw an enemy to the right. My bad. Alright, speedrunning time. It's useful because it pierces through enemies. Almost any shield-piercing weapon in my book is going to be useful. The fact it's also a shield-based weapon and pretty decent offensively means that it's one of my favorite weapons in the game. Time to backtrack. Let's see if we can keep these on screen. And end up dying anyway because of all these enemies. Now I can't keep them on screen. Yeah, the Nail Shield is actually directly based off the Junk Shield and Blizzard attack, according to the words of Megaphil X. If the Blizzard attack worked more like the Junk Shield, it'd be a useful weapon. Much more useful than its original incarnation, that's for sure. I'm really thankful Mega Man Unlimited was created, regardless of its quality, as it inspired the creation of many other Mega Man fan games in the future, as well as for many fan level designers to start cutting the metal. and practicing, combined with Rock Force. And Unlimited really showed a good 60 FPS Mega Man Classic engine that felt accurate to the classic titles. More so than any other fangame engine in the past. Well, most of them, at the very least. Yeah, I feel Rock Force is better. But still, I need to take into account that Unlimited was more popular. And I feel the controversial opinion coming up, maybe controversial, I feel the physics in Mega Man Unlimited are slightly more accurate than the ones in Rock Force. Welcome to the stream, Queen Monica. Glad you can make it. Only a few Mega Man fan games give you the ability to play as Road Masters or the bosses. I can only think of 4 completed games at the moment. 4 completed classic games, for that matter. One of them is Rock Force. See ya, Jedok. I don't blame you, I had to exit the stream earlier once due to a thunderstorm. Yeah, Limelight, well, the first 2 Limelight games, because the third one was never completed, Rock Force, Mega Pony, and I think one other game which I can't recall yet. How many stages have I played so far? 11. Yeah, fan games. Metagal isn't a fan game, it's an official game after all, and oh no, this boss has a time limit. But as I was saying, the Mega Man Classic fan games that give you the ability to play as Road Masters, either as an extra mode or in the post game or in the regular game, are Rock Force, Mega Pony, and Limelight 1 and 2. Sure, you can add one now, or for later. Right now it'll be for later though. This is done so I can't cheese the boss as easily. That also means it's harder to hit the boss. Oh. Both then? Not good. Hey, Super Danny 1 and 2 also kind of count, you're right. That's the game I was going to refer to, but I forgot. Because you do sort of play as other Road Masters. Well, more like fusions, but close enough. This time I'll try the upper one. Well, not really their skins, because you gain some of their abilities, as well as their weapons, so it feels like a different character. Well, it's not it feels like a different character, it is a different character. More so for 1 than 2, but I think 2 is a better game due to its better level design. Oh, the second one's gonna be an issue, especially due to closer range. Yeah, I know there's a timer, that's why I'm being forced to rush it a bit. And I don't have access to any of their weaknesses. At least I don't think. I don't like the way this is set up either. Well, trying to get a close range is the other issue. There is one other thing I could try, which is the Thunderclaw. So I'll do that next time. First I'll defeat the upper boss normally, then use the Thunderclaw. This works much better. Can I do this in time, though? Let's get out of here. The stage isn't over yet, though. "30 seconds, that seems fine. Imagine doing that buster only. Oof, that'd be painful." That was certainly a difficulty spike for the level, all things considered. I thought that'd be like the end of the stage. Seems that he doesn't want to cooperate then. Should I go down there first? Let's take a look. Oh, it's an optional boss. That's probably what I need the key for, too. And we exit out the area into the forest. That's an abrupt transition. I guess we turned off the winter machine. Fun level, currently my favorite level of the stream. Good work, Gokuless. And I added a level, Queen Monica. Thank you for submitting it. I'll be right back in a moment. 13th up is Weapon Capsule Relay 27 by YouTube Social HD2 with 6 plays and a score of -1. I think I like Return to Crater Man more than this stage too. But this was a fun level. Yeah, I don't understand why I got a negative score, but this is a certainly longer stage based on the loading time. You know what? After I finish this stage, well, I'll see after the next stage, I may need to restart the game because it may have got overloaded. Anyways, if you watch my LP series for long enough, you know the drill by this point. But if you don't, here's the gist. Every 4 to 5 screens is dedicated to the use of a different special weapon, and every screen has a different foreground and background combo. So think of this as a basic tutorial series for every special weapon. And it's a weapon capsule relay because you need the previous special weapon in the chain in order to get the next one. Not sure how you're supposed to dodge that. Drive-by downvoters. They exist here too. I'm not sure if honorable mention, but it doesn't deserve a negative score. Usually I save negative scores for the really bad levels or ones that are offensive. Return, that was better. And there were 2 original versions. One standalone, one that was part of the Creation collab, and then one that in the Return version. I like the latest version the most, so the Return version. Yeah, I'd like to see YouTube Social HD2 take the Weapon Capsule Relay level format and take it a bit further. Perhaps, like, look at the way Gokuless set up a Weapon Capsule Relay level and try doing something like that. Those were all fun, if albeit a bit difficult. I think the best person to ask for advice would be Gokuless, as it did several pretty good Weapon Capsule Relay levels. I covered most of them earlier on in my Let's Play, so... that also worked too. Yeah, palace levels, that's what I was referring to. I'll counteract the negative score as well. 14th up is Splash Woman Comes for Fairman's Lair by Zachary Lewis with 51 plays and a score of 10. That seems to be a common trend with YouTube's levels, Buster. Normally, well, the way you're supposed to do it, I don't mind if you put the weakness just before the boss, as long as it's a challenge to get. Either put it behind several locked doors, or an optional challenge, which is not trivial. Seems like Pharaoh is really invested in these Mamiras. Perfect demonstration of how powerful this is. It's more of a spammy, rompy level, but I'd say it's like a breeder level, somewhat combined with a power fantasy of tearing through most of the enemies. That'd be neat. At last, something that poses a challenge. And we're done. Stage that just exists, really just more of a power fantasy level. "15th up is Incinerator Plant, Just a Classic Level by QuickManX with 5 plays and a score of 1. This was submitted by Eduardo. Trying to R63 Splash Woman Buster. There are currently 21 levels in the queue, Kroby. You know what? In this stream, I never have played as Protoman in the 14 levels I've played so far, so let's play as Protoman. I guess this level's part of a series, but as the rest of the levels weren't submitted, let's pick up everything. This is also the other reason why I started the stream 30 minutes early. Oops. Well, he doesn't take double damage, so already this is awesome. Yeah, this stage could do better with introductions. It feels like it somewhat drops you into the fray. Not the worst introduction, though. Could have been force beams. True, I'm not sure if this is a level series now that I think about it, considering it assumes you understand how these gimmicks works. Right now this feels like a... more than anything else, it feels like a fortress stage. But in that case, why give the option of all these special weapons at the start? I'm not saying the level's bad, it just feels... it doesn't feel like a Roadmaster level series, or a traditional level, I mean. It feels like a fortress stage. I would spread out the introductions a bit more, but I think the stage is fine. It's definitely on the, at the very least, decent side. And nothing felt unfair. All the mistakes I made I felt were due to my doing. Welcome, and see you later, Burner Boy. In terms of introductions, this stage is a mixed bag, all things considered. Not falling for that. The difficulty progression is a bit wobbly. Sometimes going up, sometimes going down, but not the worst. I've reordered some of these challenges. We'll see during Sunday evening, Dabuman. I don't know if I'll be able to complete all the levels in the Fusion Collab during Sunday night's stream, but I'll try completing at least the Roadmasters, and save the final set for future stream. The reason for that, Lipatio, is due to server caching. It'll show up in the future, don't worry. It'll take a short while for the server to tag and update. In less than 2 hours, that's a good sign. I'll probably be able to finish all of them then on stream, as that stream will be about 2-ish hours long. Hi, Nightman. Didn't expect you here. Please throw your mace. Thank you. Outside this stage's issues, it's one of my more favorite stages I covered during the stream. I'm arguing placing this as an honorable mention, but we'll see. No, I'm not a speedrunner, Kroby. I played so many Mega Man Maker levels that I gotten used to the physics and whatnot. One moment. Well, I forgot to turn back on the audio. I thought I pressed the audio hotkey on again, but apparently I pressed it twice. But anyways, as I was saying, welcome to the stream, Omega Neo. I'm at the end of the stream. Thank you, Eduardo. I'm enjoying this. It's not really a troll level, but it's showing some neat aspects of how the magnet beam works. Like, I just remembered that you can slide right through it like this. See, this is what we're supposed to do, as Buster mentioned. Well, this is gonna be fun at the timestamps. Your levels were after this level, by the way. That really looks like it should kill me there. Yeah, I will, Lipatio. I'm really liking how far this stage is taking its gimmicks. I guess I initiated the slide too early. I mean, not too early, too late. Point taken. Getting up here is the other difficult part. I'm just worried that if I do it too late or too early, I'm gonna fall there. Yeah, this is a cool level. Need to be faster there. This is gonna take more than a few attempts getting to the first one. The rest of the challenge is probably easier. That's what I'm worried about, sliding right off the there. Now I wouldn't call it considered garbage. It has a neat gimmick, but the amount of challenge it requires or skill, that's where it gets a bit more difficult. Can't ride to the right of it. I tried breaking out of the slide. The funny thing is, the hardest part is getting onto this first one, honestly. The rest of the challenges, I just need to get more used to. Too much to the left. Welcome, Omega. Glad you can make it. I'm at the tail end of the stream. If only sliding worked. See, I wish I could focus more on this other challenge at the end. That's more fun, other than this one. Sure, Omega. During the Sunday... I'll be doing it Sunday evening. Okay, I'll wait this time. That should not have worked there. Other issue, precision. You can speedrun it, but... Sometimes I wish this was a better engine, or more less precise, more precise. But I like the ideas, but it's just pulling it off and all the other engine malarkey that comes out. And switching direction just there seems to always be a bit inconsistent. Alright, time to put on my goggles or gloves. Instead of treating this as a usual stage, treat it more as a Kaiser level. That way getting across should be easier. Okay, did it after I don't know how many attempts now. Yeah, clever, more clever than frustrating. That's true. Because unlike what's showing here, it's just... Oh no. I know what they want me to do here. Seriously? How am I supposed to get through there? Oh, I know. I need to create the I need to make the magnet beam smaller. Like so. And again. And again. And again. And I need to push it to the right next time. See, I need to get the block to stay over there, and so I don't think I need to move the punch block. That's my mistake. And frankly, I like this section more than the previous one. This is going a lot more swimmingly. What? I guess it didn't activate. Or I need to fully form it first. Mistimed it. At least I can't blame engine issues for most of this now, unlike the previous section. Oh, so I do have to turn it. So not only do I have to keep the magnet beam there, I need to rotate it. I thought I walked it off, but nope. I just hit the side and got stuck. Sometimes I wish this was a ROM hack instead. Not fast enough. I probably need to create the beam before it goes, or be even faster. I'll give it one more go with my original strategy, then move it. Yeah, the problem is how long these beams stay up. And I thought it was at the bottom, but no. If you hit it to the side, it throws me off a bit, and so I die. No, also if this was a ROM hack, I could actually guarantee that all the controls would work properly. Or if this was Magmal 2. See, there we go. That's what I wanted to do all this time. I'm okay with this. No, I can do it. I've said this before a few times, but for many levels, it feels like honestly, it feels like the engine itself is the biggest enemy. Yeah, I was hoping this stage wouldn't be this difficult, but I'm sorry, Kroby, I'll probably have to complete... Your level will be the first level covered during tonight's stream. How are you supposed to do this? That's not Troll, this is just more of Kaizo. What do you mean by swap? I'll try jumping now. Nope, I can't jump. I don't understand what you mean by swap after box. Oh. But how do I get it true to a lower floor? But how much that requires quite a bit of precision. Series? Yeah, I know I can do that, but oh, okay, that. I was worried I had to do even more crazy tactics. Thanks for the help, everyone. I thought I needed to do a quick swap, land on top of the box, and create another magnet beam that way. Oh, I see. Really? Can they jump up the steps? I know how to do this, but I have to keep shuffling platforms up and down. Because, as you can see, they don't want to follow this. And they'll try jumping off, too. They're not jumping up, they're jumping off. You know what I mean? Okay, that's what he means. Why do they keep clipping? Yeah, I don't understand how this... I know how you're supposed to do this, but... Let's just say that I find this level is diminishing fast because Honestly, these challenges would work better if the engine was more solidly designed or polished. Like, why are these randomly just clipping right to the magnet beam? Yeah, sorry Kroby, but this will be the final level cover during the stream. I don't have enough time to cover your next stage. That'll be the first level cover during tonight's stream, don't worry. I would like it more, but the issue is, why did they keep clipping through the magnet beam? And why are they jumping randomly over there? You know what? I'm just gonna use the level editor here. This is taking way too much time. I'm sorry. This is more of a time quit than a rage quit, because the combination of how long it takes to do consistently, and the fact it seems like the enemies randomly decide they want to stand on top of the magnet beam and times they don't, means that it feels like RNG. See, I like the ideas of the stage, but as we got further and further and further to the stage, my fun just diminished over time. I wish we just had more of these challenges with creating the force beams here and here, not the things like the fire mets. Those are not fun. And in fact, this is the end of the level, so... And if the engine worked consistently, that's why I keep referring to ROM hacks, because, oh sure, I have access to save states and rewinds and slowdowns, but the main advantage with them is their engines actually work consistently, unlike Mega Man Maker, which feels like, in terms of precision, it feels like it's a patchwork in a way. Even compared to stuff like Magmal 2 and Magmal 3, especially Megamix. I need to wait for him to get on first. And fail completely because it took too long. Nah, fire weapons isn't even necessary because that would defeat the challenge. What we need to do here is make it shorter, put crash lift walls on the sides, but that's the only thing you can do on your side. Really, I want the engine devs to fix the collision detection, but that's probably going to take a few years. Not high enough anyways. This is just a waiting game, because he never jumps up. I would prefer this fight if it was Fairman or someone who actually jumps. Why does he randomly decide to drop down to... This is a... Nah, this is not a good way to end the stage. Also, as you saw, you keep clipping right through the footholder, and it's basically just a waiting game. It's a poor way to end off the stage. So my overall thoughts on the stage are that I liked where it was starting off originally, but when we got to this section, my fun pretty much evaporated. I would say just throw out this part of the stage and put another beam section where you have the sliding. I'd liked it a lot more, and replace the boss with someone who jumps. Because this is just a slow waiting game, and nothing really different happens. It's not like Topman has variety of his attacks. Oh, is that how it works? I thought it's only solid from the bottom, not from the top. Okay, that explains it, but that makes it even more sadistic. So, but you know how it works. Get him high enough, create the beam over here, and he'll slide right into the pit. All things considered, I like 2 thirds of the stage, didn't like the last third. So sorry I wasn't able to complete it, Burning Sticks. I much prefer your previous stages, those felt much more fun. Alright then, this is a good time to end off the stream. Out of the 16 levels I covered in this episode, my favorite one would probably be Mission Halt the Super Winter Project by Gokuless, with an honorable mention going to Incinerator Plant and probably Space Elevator, though I'll have to double check the previous levels. So during tonight's stream, I will start by covering Kroby's level, and then the other levels are currently on my queue. Currently there are about 10 levels on my queue, so hopefully I'll be able to complete most of them tonight. Hopefully I will. Thanks for watching everyone, and see you either tonight or tomorrow. Toodles!